One of the brothers on Home Improvement. I don't know which one. Maybe it was the middle one. There were 3 of them, right? It was the middle brother on Home Improvement. I thought he was cute. Freddie Prinze Jr. because what is that movie? What is that movie? What is that movie? She's All That? No. Is it She's All That? With the girl with the glasses and she's Lainey and she's She's All That. I loved the movie She's All That. And I think that Freddie Prinze Jr. character specifically is what I liked. I just loved that movie. I loved that she was so pretty and she was in painted overalls, paint spattered overalls. And then all of a sudden it was like, you should take off your glasses and wear this cute dress. And suddenly everyone was like, oh, she's gorgeous. And it was like, what? Those are literally the only 2 that come to mind, which is kind of ridiculous. Rose wants to know, tips for going from 1 to 2 will be 20 months apart. Oof. 1 to 2 to me felt great. It was entertainment for the older and entertainment for the younger. When the older one is launching themselves off of things, the little blob is just laying there watching them like, that's pretty crazy. So it's built-in entertainment both directions, which I really appreciated. The good news about 1 to 2 is that you still have a hand for each. If they do ready, break, and then they run different directions, you can still grab both of them. So 20 months apart feels good. Our oldest are 17 months apart, and it was so nice because now it feels like they're hitting stages very quickly behind each other, and it's been that way the whole time, and they'll learn from each other. It's so cool to have siblings that are that close in age. I'm biased again because all of our splits are 17, almost 2 years, almost 2 years. It's great. I love it. I will say, get a really good baby wrap. Something that you're comfortable with, that you can put on easily. I was not the person who liked the really long one that you have to figure out how to tie and tuck and all of that stuff. I watched plenty of videos. I got the hang of it. I still didn't like it. It wasn't for me. I think a baby wrap, because if your second is a Velcro child or a Velcro baby, it's so much easier to strap them in, make sure their head is secured and they're tucked safely against your chest. I am not a medical professional, but the tip I was told was you should be able to easily kiss them on the head just by dropping your chin. They shouldn't be like sinking down like lower than your boobs. That is helpful because then you get both of your hands back. And don't feel bad about dropping food on that child's head. Do not. I'm not going to judge you if you drop some sandwich on their head. Just make sure you pick it up. If they're close enough that you can kiss their head, you could probably just eat it off of their head if it fell down there. Just a thought. Okay. That's Ask Me Some Things, brought to you by Pull-Ups. Now let's get to Doom Scroll of the Week, brought to you by Lululemon. First up, there's a TikTok trend right now where women are asking their partners if they would eat hypothetical cookies they were given in labor while they are unable to eat. Really? Let's see the clip, Queen Emma.
Say we were married and I gave birth to our child. You know you can't eat while you're giving birth.
I can't?
Women can't eat when they're giving birth.
I would not eat cookies while you're giving birth.
Have you heard this story?
Nope, but I know where it's going. I would never do that. Is that foul? Did someone do that?
So this doctor brought this woman 2 cookies and she goes, just save me one of them. You can have the other one. While she's in labor. He goes, okay, yeah. He eats both of them. She goes, after labor, after a really, really, really hard Are you kidding me? Oh my God, that's so sad.
I know, it's so sad.
Okay, first of all, this gentleman is a walking green flag. I can just throw that out there real quick. Second, okay, I have a couple questions here. First of all, I have not seen this trend. If I asked Jason not to eat a cookie that was intended for me, he wouldn't eat the cookie that was intended for me. It's that simple. The fact that there were 2 cookies and she asked for just one cookie to be saved for her, and he couldn't do that. You should have, nope. You should have asked the doctor, nope. That wasn't going to be any better. You should have punched, I'm kidding. I just can't fathom having a human being exit your body and looking forward to a cookie, and then your partner has already eaten your cookie that was for you. You know those instances where someone does something and they look for some recognition, you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, you earned a sticker, you get a cookie, like that's your reward. That is the bare minimum for childbirth. So the fact that he ate your cookies, wow. Also, I would just like to point out, quite some time ago, I made a TikTok about childbirth and my husband's involvement in it. And it was a joke, which people thought I was serious, but it was fully a joke. And at some point, I recorded him eating bagels while I was in labor and therefore could not also enjoy the bagels. And I have had to go back and explain that the background audio of that clip is me like enjoying him eating the bagel. Like I wanted to know how the bagel was. But don't eat my fucking cookies. You know? I have full faith that Jason would not eat my cookies. I know that for a fact. I have faith in my husband, especially on today, our 8-year anniversary. I know he wouldn't eat my cookies. All right, let's keep it scrolling here. The next clip is, no exaggeration, one of the best things I've seen on the internet. Queen Emma, the clip, please.
Can you show me what a frog does? Let's see it.
Yes. It says my toddler's version of a frog jumping.
Good job, baby.
For our audio listeners, he is straight-legged hopping. And his physique, impeccable. If I had to explain it to people, I would say that it looks like you shrunk down an offensive lineman. You shrunk him down. You just did like the little pinch that you do to zoom out on your iPhone. That's that. And that's his physique. So he's perfect. And then he's hopping, but his legs are straight. And no fault of his, he's not actually going very far. And he was not asked for sound effects, but he's fully in character. And he said, Rebet. Rebet. No notes, not a single fucking note. Mom also posted a video of him doing a big jump, and it's fantastic.
Can you do a really big jump?
Oh,
amazing.
Oh, dude.
Oh. Again, for my audio listeners, when he is jumping, this is a big jump. A big jump was requested. He is in the grass of the backyard, and I promise you when he does the jump, the grass blades are still touching the bottom of his feet. Now, the comment section on that video didn't disappoint. As always, we sprint to the comments. Lex says, the sky is truly his limit. See what you did there? The next person said, woo, thank goodness he didn't fly over that wall. Because there was a chance of that. And the third comment says, LeBron James is real quiet since this reel dropped, which is hilarious. He does not have ups. There are no ups happening. I can vividly remember the feeling that I had watching every single one of our girls jump for the first time. Now, Finny, the only jumping she has done was when she was learning to walk, and she would try to what I call scurry. But I think she would equate it to running, an attempt at running. But her feet were still not ready to walk, and she was trying to run. So sometimes when she would try to sort of get a jump start, it would be just that. Both feet would go at the same time, and her feet would actually hit heel first at the same time. And then she would end up her feet and she'd go really like toes over nose and just on her ass. And it was outstanding. I didn't like that she was bonking her butt. I loved that she was doing it with a jump. I still remember watching the other 3 girls learn to jump and then proceed to show it off to everybody. I love little kids jumping. I love little kids learning a new thing and then showing it off as if it is just, Olympic gold medal earning situation. What can they do? Some impressive feats. I am of the, what was it? A Vine? It's not even a Vine. It's a clip from The Office when they're going parkour, 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 and just jumping off of chairs. On a regular basis, I will like just do a little sideways jump off of a step and be like parkour. And so then they started doing that. And now they will set up obstacle courses in the living room and jump off of a cushion onto the couch and then stand back up and go parkour. And I love that. And that does it for Doom Scroll of the Week, brought to you by Lululemon. Coming up, I'm about to be joined by Elizabeth Banks right after these messages from me. As a mom of 4 kids, 6 and under, I can actually admit I may know a thing or two about potty training. It was difficult to figure out, but we got through it the first time. And by the second time, she was taking notes from her older sister. And then, you guessed it, the third one came along. She took notes from the 2 older ones. I'm hoping that means that Finn is going to be the easiest. There may or may not have been a time where there was a turd on the kitchen floor. It was my first go round, and I've since learned. What I know has worked consistently is positive reinforcement and the help of pull-ups. Luckily, there's a new product from Pull-Ups. The #1 potty training brand has added a learning layer that feels wet but stays dry. It's designed to help kids learn the difference between feeling wet and dry. Plus, it's dermatologist tested and safe for sensitive skin. And it helps build big kid confidence. Progress without the stress of a mess, up to 100% leak-free. Buy new Pull-Ups with Learning Layer now, designed to help kids learn wet from dry. Learn more at www.pullups.com. As a full-on Type C mom, I found it's incredibly important to me to have my go-tos in my closet. So when I'm rushing around doing school drop-off and errands, I can grab something I know I love and I'm comfortable in, aka Lululemon. I've been wearing Lululemon since I was maybe 19 years old. I picked them because they last the test of time. I still have my favorite pair of Lululemon shorts for a solid 10 years. They have lasted so long. Plus, their new spring styles take that even further. Right now, I'm into the new Steady State Super Loft pieces. This is the sweatshirt. They are unbelievably soft. A nice, thick fabric that you know is going to not only keep you cozy, but be a good layer to the elements. And here's the thing you need to know. Lululemon does limited color runs. So when those new styles drop every Tuesday, they go fast. You don't want to wait. If it's not for you, Lululemon offers free returns, no risk. That's lululemon.com. New drops every Tuesday. Go now. She's the hilarious actress you know from such classics as Pitch Perfect, The Hunger Games, Lego Movie, 40-Year-Old Virgin, 30 Rock, Definitely Maybe, and Wet Hot American Summer. She's also an incredible director, co-owner of Boston Legacy FC. Her brand new show, The Miniature Wife, is officially out now on Peacock. And now she's not going to lie. Elizabeth Banks, welcome to the show. And more importantly, go Birds.
Go. Okay. I'll allow it. I'll allow it with you. I'll allow it.
Okay, I have a question for you because I know that you have posted in an Eagles hat before.
Yes.
You are from Massachusetts, but you have a couple different connections to Philadelphia. Is it your time at UPenn that got you?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Well,
if you can't beat them, join them.
So a couple things. Yeah. I mean, fly Eagles fly. I'm also in Invincible, the Vince Papale story.
Yes.
So I really got immersed in Eagles culture, while making that film. But I had gone to Penn in Philadelphia. I am a huge fan of Philly as a city, as a sports town. incredible sports town. And as a Massachusetts person, New England, we have an incredible sports fandom. So like, I know it when I see it, and like Philly really brings it. And my husband is from Portland, Oregon. So they have the Portland Trailblazers, but they have no football team. So when we were 18 years old and young, he sort of adopted the Eagles as his team. So in my current home, my husband is an Eagles fan. I am a New England fan, and we are raising kids who are from LA, which is wild to me. And so we are also trying to allow them to be Rams fans. But when you're in Philly, it just it's hard not to be swept up by it. And I went to a lot of Eagles games as a college student and even beyond. One of my favorite things to do was to take the subway in Philly down Broad Street, you know, and get down there on a game day because you get on. I remember getting on, we were playing, I don't know who we were playing. The team was wearing red. So I'm going to say, I don't know. It wasn't San Francisco, or I don't know. But anyway, we get on, and this poor couple, like the whole train car, right, is Eagles fans. And this poor couple in their red jerseys. And they just start singing, Fly, Eagle, Fly, you know, on the road to victory. Like it starts slow, and then it builds. And then they're like, the fans are like on top of this couple that's just there. And I was like, this is going to go sideways so quickly. And then immediately everyone was like, da-da-da, high fives, and off the train. It was like nothing. And it was just, I thought, yeah, that's them. It's a little threatening, but ultimately they are peaceful most of the time.
we're aggressive. I say this wholeheartedly, owning it. We are aggressive. We are passionate.
Yes.
And if you don't meet us with a combative energy,
that's right,
we're good.
That's right. This couple was like, yep, we know where we are. We understand now. We are not in control of this moment, and we are not coming for you. And like, this isn't the place. And yeah, I agree. I think that it felt actually ultimately just sort of friendly.
Yes. Now, I will say, on your way there, I assume that people were not quite at their end of game status,
correct,
if you will, which helps.
Yeah, they were a bit underserved, not overserved yet. So the underserving definitely helped the scenario. Yeah.
We also have something else in common. Apparently, we're both fans. I mentioned this to you before we started recording, of what I like to call the other podcast, aka New.
Yes.
They'll bleep that. Don't worry. Because you posted this hilarious TikTok reaction to one of their more ridiculous clips.
Yeah.
You kind of just know when somebody reaches up to squirt you to open up your mouth.
Squirt you.
And then you just get squirted. But you don't always, like, they don't have to do the squirting. You can do the squirting sometimes. But, you know, when you develop a relationship, you just know when you're about to get squirted on.
You develop the relationship.
Yeah.
You got to have a good relationship with this person squirting.
Yeah.
It gets worse. Right when you think it can't get worse, it gets worse.
It does. And here's the thing. I was like, when did Jason catch on? Because clearly Travis realized it right away, I feel like. And then just was sort of egging him on.
Yes.
But I mean, so they're talking about the sort of guy who comes up with the Gatorade and goes, you know, because they don't want to touch each other's mouths.
Yes.
Just saying cooties. I don't know. And so I love that it's so clear what they're talking about. And your husband just went all in on that one. And it really delighted me to no end. And when they get on those riffs and they kind of egg each other on, that's the sibling relationship that we all want.
It is the lightning in a bottle that they have that everyone enjoys tuning in on. The way they riff off of each other is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
But it is ridiculous to me that they will get in something like that, and you're just like, guys.
No, but I love it.
They got to stop saying squirting.
They got to work the bit.
And they do, and they're good at it.
They're so good at working a bit. I mean, this is why they're, you know, who they are and why the success is what it is, because they're having fun with life. Guys, life is hard. Let's just have a little fun. Talk about squirting in each other's mouths. I mean, I'm somebody who's like, male sports generally are already so ridiculously, I'll call it loving, okay? I'll call it loving. Men love each other so much. They
Yes.
dress up in each other's jerseys. They hug each other. They pat each other on the butt.
Yes.
You know, they're like, it's like blowing kisses. I mean, I don't know how invested you are in heated rivalry. I'm very invested.
Let me tell you, I haven't seen it yet. I know. But what I will tell you is
right now so you can watch it.
Wait, the number of TikToks that I have seen, TikToks or things on Instagram, where people are like at what they're calling the boy aquarium, which is a
hockey rink. Yeah.
And they look at each other and one person says, "So when do they kiss?" And now people have applied it to all other sports.
It's great.
Gosh. Well, since we're already talking sports, let's flip to some really, I think, a happy side of sports is your ownership of the Boston Legacy.
Yeah, thank you. I'm really excited to be part of the ownership team of Boston's latest franchise, Boss Legacy, the NWSL team. We've just kicked off our first season. I think it's a wild prospect to think about starting from scratch, building anything from scratch. But in Titletown, Boston, we are really trying to build out a women's sports franchise in a town that has an incredible fandom already. And from what I've seen so far, I was at the kickoff game at Gillette Stadium.
What if I told you the most unexpected thing about Taylor Swift isn't the fame? It's how effortlessly she fits into the chaos of the Kelce family. Because this story, it doesn't start with Taylor. It starts with a couch, a movie night, and Kylie Kelce reminiscing about crushes and rom-com fantasies. Like she's living in her own version of She's All That. And then, record scratch. Fast forward to now, she's not just watching love stories. She's living one inside the loudest, most unfiltered family in football. Enter Travis Kelce, and suddenly, the world's biggest pop star is sitting at dinner tables filled with chaos, inside jokes, and stories that go completely off the rails. But here's the twist. It's not the spotlight moments that matter most. It's the small ones. The parenting talks, the late-night laughs, the would you eat my cookie during labor, debates that somehow turn into full-blown family lore. And you can feel it. Jason Kelce cracking jokes, Kylie keeping things grounded, and Donna Kelce quietly holding it all together. And Taylor? She's not just observing, she's part of it. That's the real story no one expected. Not the headlines. Not the stadiums. It's the way a global icon found herself in a family where love looks like teasing, chaos feels like comfort, and every moment, no matter how random, means something. And if you think this is just another celebrity relationship, you might be missing the beginning of something way bigger.